Hey, this is Lucian Macandrew, eating some lasagna from my paper plate with my plastic fork. Okay, so today I think I'm gonna point out the 10 biggest problems with Generation Z. That would be young people today. I'm also gonna do a video like on 10 questions to young people and like 10 advice to Generation Z. Maybe. Let's see. I'm not very committed as a person. So, we'll see how that turns out. But anyway, here's the list. Oh yeah, beer from a plastic glass too. Environmental man. But Greta comes from the same country as me, so it evens out. Okay. This is just gonna light a cigarette and then let's talk about the problems of young people today. So number 10, health. Okay, yeah. I should be the one speaking about health. But those energy drinks, they're gonna be a problem. Because, that's also a problem for me, because all of you people that's gonna be, the doctors when I grow old, you're gonna be dead before me. So that's gonna be a problem for me. And sort of for you too, because being dead is sort of, in a way, the biggest problem one can have. Now, number 9, a sense of uniqueness. You all have this sense of uniqueness that you don't understand how hard it is to be young, and school is so hard, and the pressure, and every, person that's older than you is like, yeah, we understand, we all went through that shit and didn't complain that much. Yeah. Number 8, lazy. Now, everyone is lazy in some way. I mean, I'm a lazy motherfucker myself. But a lot of teens today sort of take the fucking lazy ass price. For example, I know a shitload of young people that never read a book. I mean, yeah, that's gonna go really well in future studies. And I know young skateboarders that basically doesn't know how to ollie because, I don't know, they're afraid of getting hurt or something, or like working on a trick, for fuck's sake. Lazy ass motherfuckers. Yeah, talking to you. Number 7, failing grades. This is sort of connected to the previous one of you being lazy. There's a lot of things connected to those failing grades that I already said, and some of them I'm gonna say in the future. And when I say future, I mean like in the very near future. And these failing grades, that's a problem for me once again. Because, for example, when a teacher is someone that has read like a middle school biology book, and like, I'm gonna do a brain surgery, we have this, picture here, okay. yeah, that's gonna be a problem for me. Because, you know, I'm gonna get old before you. Although I already mentioned that you all may die young because of those fucking energy drinks. Yeah. But I mean, bridges too, like, you know, you're gonna be driving a car or sitting in a bus and, you know, a bridge collapses because future days, like, engineers will not be able to build bridges because, you know, we have lowered the demands to the level that you don't know how to build bridges anymore. Yeah. And the dropping of demands is also a problem. You know, the school is also it's supposed to be like a place where you learn, but it's also supposed to be like a place where you separate, you know, the people that are able to do certain kinds of works, like physicists, and people that will not be able to do those kind of work, and some people that are not even able to do, you know, high school level kind of work. Most people are, but you know, there are a few. Anyway, number 6. You complain a lot. Greta from my country may be a great example of that. Even though she is actually complaining about something quite relevant, but you know, anyway, sort of sets the mood here. Yeah, you complain a lot, and you know, you always want shit to adapt to you. But you know, in the real world, things doesn't adapt to the way you feel, or you know, the way you want them to be. If you know you can't make it in time and shit, you will get fired, and you know, and so on and so on. You know, the world doesn't revolve around you. It's you know, it's other way around. You have to sort of revolve with the world. Number 5, your music sucks. And you may say, oh, we have all this great hip-hop. Yeah, that's my generation. And you may say, yeah, but today's hip-hop is much better. But you know, you actually don't think so, because all of you liking hip-hop like Tupac and all those old school guys. So, yeah, that's my generation's music. Your generation's music is like Nicki Minaj, and yeah, that's sort of the best of it. There are exceptions, of course, but you know, the mainstream is just awful, and it's actually proven that is actually proven by the fact that you have to sell it by dressing the artists off, and you know, other shock value exercises. Number 4, you're fucking self-entitled. That is, you think you deserve things, but you know, you have to work to deserve things. And actually, there are no rights in themselves. That's a myth, because if someone can take them away, which, you know, someone can take away your rights, then they're not really rights. You know, you have the right to stay to the ground. That's a natural law. That's a right. But apart from that, and you know, the other natural laws, you really don't have that many rights. So, you know, try to realize that you will have to work for shit, or those rights will mean very, very little in your future. Number 3, social media addicted. And you know, I use social media. Obviously, I'm on social media right now. But there's a difference between using social media and being addicted to it. You know, if you can't concentrate on anything else because you're so into your cellular phone, then then you have a problem. Especially we can extend this problem to people living on their phones. You have probably seen them, sitting on parties with their phones like in the corner, don't talk to people. And I actually seen entire groups of young people sitting, just with their phones, not talking to each other. And that is sort of a problem for the human species, actually, because, if we don't multiply, we will sooner or later die out. Which actually may be good for the Earth, though, so I'm sort of split on this one. Yeah. I also seen like people on concerts that are like on their phones their entire concert, filming the concerts without really like being into it, or other sort of entertainment stuff. And live in the moment, for fuck's sake. You need to live in the fucking moment. Living in the moment is good. Anyway, number 2. Easily insulted. Which may be proven by comments on this video, possibly. But I've been called like women hater because I said something like, oh, he screamed like a girl or something like that. And okay, I guess I shouldn't, support stereotypes, but women hater for that, isn't that a little bit of, overdoing it? And you can't call someone a fag anymore without it being like a huge thing. And I'm not saying you should run around calling people fag, I'm just saying in 10 years ago people would go like, okay, here's an idiot running around calling people names, and you would go on with your day. Today, people run home crying, writing a 10-page post on social media telling people about, the horror they met in the real world outside the safe space. Which sort of leads us to number 1, political correctness. Political correctness is a horrible thing that destroys language. Let me give you a great example that George Carlin brought up in like the 70s, which is the change from the word shell shock, which we haven't heard. It was the syndrome of like being fucked up by war, shell shocked. Direct word that describes the syndrome. Few years later it became war fatigue, and today it's known as post-traumatic stress disorder. Or post-traumatic stress disorder, sorry, not post-dramatic. Post-traumatic stress disorder, I would like to see that. Going into like someone is scarred by being an actor, he got post-dramatic stress disorder. Anyway, getting back to the point, young people are often very politically correct, which is what leads to this being so insulted thing going on. And it only hurts you when you get out in the work life and shit. You will realize that you will get insulted on a daily fucking basis. I get insulted all the fucking time. I get insulted every time I see a fucking Jehovah's Witness. Being insulted is a part of life. So, political correctness destroys the part of growing up that teaches you how to take insults without crying like a little baby about it. Yeah, that would pretty much be my list on the 10 things wrong with Generation C or young people today. So, until next time,